is gatekeeper? What is their purpose? What is inside the gate? Trying to get beyond those gates. The criteria always changes, but what are they protecting? What are they keeping you from? Access, and they have the key. Fuck all that. I'm here now.
The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit. The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit, the way they talk shit.
What's good? What's good?
What's good, Ninja?
Oh, it's been a long time.
It's been a mighty long time, my friend. Good to see you, man.
Good to see
Everything is good, man. Can't complain. Taking it easy. We're in spring. Spring has sprung, but it feels like winter outside.
Yo, it's still great.
Yesterday and today. Damn. Tomorrow's supposed to be 70 degrees, they're saying.
But raining and shit.
We'll see. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm tired of this cold too. It's just
man, listen.
Yeah. I mean, I could go outside when it's cold, but I don't like going outside when it's cold.
Right. And that's what makes a big difference, right? It's like you can do it, but do you want to do it?
I remember like when you're young and you're outside and you're moving and shaking. I want to move and shake too, but also, do I need to move and shake? Because
right.
It's 40 degrees outside.
Right.
And I have a bad habit of not putting on lotion. When as I step out.
Listen, don't get caught out there ashy. Don't get caught out there
elbows,
ashy.
Knuckles.
Damn.
Knees.
Damn.
Heels. My whole shit. Everything. All the moisture gets sucked out.
All between your fingers. Like, I can't stand dry, ashy hands, man.
Oh, God.
When I see people.
It's weird.
Yeah. When I see people on the train and they got that dryness in between the fingers, that just looks like, come on, like,
at least just lick it. Just
you know what I'm saying? Do something. Like that just looks. But anyway, how have you been, my friend? How's life?
I've been okay. I can't complain. I got in a little car accident on Monday. Well, it wasn't my fault. I was getting in the car and I went to close the door and then this van just sped by.
And smack your door?
Yeah, they smacked the door. And they broke their mirror, but like I guess like you know how vans have that hinge on it? But I guess it got caught on my door and then it pulled like that facade of my door out. So whatever, I had to fill out police report. I had to do all this shit. My arm hurts a little bit, so I'm about to go get some change.
Okay.
So
listen, do it.
So yeah, that's it. Nothing else. I'm chilling.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Working. Don't care for it, but I got to do the adult thing. And just looking forward to warm weather. You know what I mean? Warm weather makes me happy. So I'm definitely all down. I'm in for it. I'm into it. I want it. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm tired of this. I want warm weather. I want I have to fix my passport too.
Yeah, travel, man.
Yeah, because we need to travel. Even I'm like not dreading it, but like it's a lot to be with the kids and travel and all this other shit. I don't want to. I don't know. But you got to get them used to doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I got to do. And that's
there you go. That's it.
Yeah,
and get out.
Yeah.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
I just need motivation.
Yeah. Well, the motivation is, it's good to get out. We've been in quarantine, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like enjoy the freedom that we're having, We're getting back to some kind of
normal,
normalcy,
right?
It's cool to see people in stores without face mask on.
Hmm.
Some people are still doing it because, that's their prerogative, but yeah.
I got it in my pocket just in case if somebody starts sneezing and coughing or
Okay.
there,
Right.
boop,
Bam.
that's it. um, but yeah, I mentioned motivation, and we're gonna talk about who motivates you, right?
Ooh. Let's talk about it.
And so, since posed the question, who motivates you?
Who motivates me, man? My motivation comes from multiple people, right?
Hmm.
Because, the thing about motivation for me is that I could wake up in the morning and maybe I'm in little bit of a mood or a little bit of a downer, kind of like, and I'll see a quote on like Instagram,
Hmm.
or I'll be going through Facebook and happen to see like one of those inspirational videos and whatnot, and then it's like boom, and then I'm reminded of what I need to be doing, of what I should be grateful for, and just realizing that sometimes when you're having those moments where you feel down on yourself, that is not gonna last. You know what I mean? And it's better to go out and go do something as
Right.
opposed to sitting at home and just like sulking and making this thing just overwhelm you, and so my motivation comes from everywhere and anywhere, from anybody, from
As
yeah,
of
I
late,
don't know.
as of
And
late, what has been motivating you, or who has been motivating you?
as of late, I would have to say my motivation has been coming from the fact that I realize I am not where I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my motivation is like, okay, Marlon, you're not where you want to be. So what are you going to do about it? And I'm a big fan of, listen, shut up and just do something,
Yeah.
because it's easy to complain, and
It
complain
is
and
easy to
complain and complain. Like, what is that doing though?
nothing.
You know what I mean? That's not changing your circumstance. That's not changing the fact that you might be in a job or in a place that you don't care for. It changes nothing. So you got to
So
be like,
you,
okay,
so in essence, so basically, you motivate yourself.
yeah, you have to, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes there's no other person to say to you, hey,
Right.
like snap out of it, you got to do this. So
Right.
you just have to remember like what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish in your life personally,
Yeah.
and then okay, cool, so what haven't I been doing to change you know the situation, and then you start from there. Like, okay, today I didn't do anything that have to do with me, being on the other side of things. So today I'm gonna do this little thing here, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do another and another and another. You
Yeah.
know?
I think
Yeah.
I think every day you
What?
have
A,
to just show up for yourself. Like,
that's it.
right?
That's it. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You
Do
have to.
everything.
What? Yeah. I mean, what about you? Like, what or who has been motivating you?
I mean,
These days.
of course, my family, my kids, my wife, not disappointing. Like, I want to be successful. My
Mm.
mother to see it before she dies,
Mm.
right? So that does motivate me. But more than anything, I think, um, you know, and to make other family members proud or whatever. But like more than anything, I think I motivate myself because I have to. I don't think I want to so much be a person. I just want to accomplish things.
Mm.
I've set myself up to meet these goals, and I think I've got everything in order to meet these goals. So I just need to apply myself and continue forward to meet these goals, right? Because if I don't, then I don't want to beat myself up at an
Right.
age and be like, oh man, I should have done this.
Right.
Waste time. I mean, there's no wasted time. Like everything is an experience, and it'll help you with whatever you're trying to accomplish. But
Right.
stay focused on what you try to accomplish, and don't lose track of that. Right?
Right.
You can veer a little bit, or you could look into something that'll make you money, so you can backtrack into the thing that you need. Right? Because
Right.
we always need money. Right? We
Right.
always need something to push us forward. Being
Right.
a starving artist is cool, but not really.
Right.
Like
Right.
most of the starving artists that I know have parents that can give them money for rent.
Right.
Not
Right.
really that starving, right?
Right.
So you gotta kind of multitask and be able to live your life and also push forward in what your goals are and what you're dreaming to do.
Right.
That's why for us it takes a little bit longer, because we don't have that backing that some people have. To that gives them the freedom to just go after the thing that they want,
Right.
without any worrying about the repercussions, because they can get help for somebody to pay rent. They can get somebody to send them a few hundred, $1,000 to help them out, so they can explore freely and do things that at 100%, as opposed to like giving 150%, because that shit is exhausting.
Right.
Giving 150%, people are like, yeah, I give 100%. I want to give 80%.
Right.
I want to leave a little bit for myself,
Right.
so I don't have to fucking kill myself. But I gotta give 100%, and then I have to split that 100% amongst a whole bunch of things.
Right.
A bunch of people, my job, my family, writing, performing. So I just try to balance it. There was a time that I was like going full steam ahead to shit, and try to like get to where I wanted to get to as quickly as possible.
Right.
But one, that usually doesn't happen, and two, now being home during this pandemic, like, besides me liking being with my family, like my kids are used to seeing me, I'm used to being here, and there's other ways to do things that I want to do, without having to leave the house so much. At least when they're, when they're awake, and they're like, if they're sleeping, they don't give a shit what I'm doing, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
so the late, like, nights I can do things, and then I'm home, and then yeah, you just have to balance yourself. But yes, I think that my family does motivate me. Other people externally do motivate me, but more than anything, I motivate myself, because I want to be at a certain place, and if I'm not, I'll disappoint myself, and then to live with regret is, it's not really living. Like if you live with
yeah, living with regret is like one of the most, I think, poisonous things that anybody could like have poured into their life, right? Because here you are, knowing that you have the opportunity to do things, and you allow fear, you know what I mean, to prevent you from doing those things. And again, you have these people who try to make everything more practical so that they don't step out of their comfort zone. And yeah, that kind of stuff for me will definitely leave you with regret. Like, man, I wish I had done this, and I had the opportunity to do this, but I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to pay my bills next, the following month and whatnot. And you make a very valid point when you say, some people are more, secure when it comes to just going out and do things because they have the financial backing from family, right? And that's a big part of, like, I mean, and I get it. It's a big part of the reason why people don't step out of their comfort zone, because you're thinking more of like, okay, like I could do this, but then I'm gonna fall back on rent or paying bills and X,
Right.
Y, and Z. So how about I just stick to this job that I don't really care for and feel a little less satisfied with my life because I got to pay these bills, you
Well,
know? And
yeah. I think though, like I've already I've already resigned myself to the fact like, oh, I gotta try work twice as hard, be twice as
mm,
good. Like I can't be mediocre, right?
right,
So I will have to put in more time than other people, regardless.
right,
So I think I also like I may be angry about that other people get that the easier time, but also I I can't worry about that, right?
right,
Because
right,
their
right,
movements don't affect me.
right,
It shouldn't affect me. I should just be doing whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
right,
I think sometimes we get caught up in like wishing that we had things a certain way. That's not the way we got it. We got it
right.
this way. This is what the hand that is dealt to us. Move forward.
That's it.
Um, yeah, I I,
Yeah,
I don't want to be lost and like either waiting for somebody to help me or like thinking that I deserve something. Maybe I do deserve it, but I still got to show up and do what I'm
right,
supposed to do
right.
and put yourself
Yeah,
around people that also motivate you, right? Like
right,
people not be jealous of what people have, like successful people around you, what they have, but try to emulate it or use that as like motivation to be like, oh, okay, so they're there. I want to be there too. But I'm not
right,
trying to hate on them or nothing. I'm just trying to be there. And then pick their
right,
brain, if somebody's better at you than photography, you be like, pick their brain, like, yo, what's up with this lighting? Do you think, dusk, how do you feel about this framing? Whatever. I don't know. I think that's all the photography language I know.
That's good. That's good. That's all you need to know.
I can
That's
have a
all you need
conversation
to
for a
know.
couple minutes.
Yeah, yeah. No, but
But
that's good though.
no, but
And
really, like that. How do you get better at something without being around better things
right,
or people that do better? Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Like
I
yeah,
want.
should you?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I was gonna say you should never feel intimidated by people who are better at something than you are, because that's how you learn, right? And
Yeah.
that's how you push yourself to be as good, or even better than they are.
Yeah.
And
I want to be
yeah,
the
and
dumbest person in the room.
yeah, and the thing is, and I always thought it was amazing that people do that, right? Like, rather than them surrounding themselves with people who are very good at something, they rather be around people where they're the one that knows more.
Uh,
And it's just like you don't learn that way, you know
you
what I mean?
don't.
Because if if you know you're limited, if you know, man, like I still don't know this, and this, why would it be okay for you to surround yourself with people that are mediocre
Right.
so that you can feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you want to be successful. You
Right.
know what I mean? If you want to be successful, you got to be like, man, you know what? I'm a little intimidated by these people because they do know more than me, but you know what? I can learn for free from these people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have to go to school to do this stuff. Like, I can learn from these people. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang around these people. I'm going to pick their brain. I'm going to see how they do things. And then you get your own ideas and stuff going on where you're like, oh, okay. And then you might decide to veer off into something different because now you have this knowledge of like, okay, cool. If I shoot, at sunset and I shoot with a 35 millimeter wide angle, but or if I dance this way, but then add this move that I know I kind of created myself, and that's with everything,
You,
but
you know what's hard? Walking through fresh snow.
mm,
You know what's a little easier? walking through the steps that somebody already stepped in when they're walking in fresh snow.
Very true.
Right? So all you got to do is kind of not emulate it exactly the same, right? But just like, oh, okay, this is the route they took, this is what they did, and then maybe you can apply it, maybe you can't. But
Right.
at least you don't have to think of all this shit on your own.
Right. Right. That's a very good analogy, my friend. Very nice.
Welcome.
Very nice. Okay, Socrates.
Yeah. Suck it to you. Let's see. And speaking of following in people's footsteps.
Uh-oh.
All right. We're going to have to share this shit.
Okay.
Share the screen. Boom. Okay. What is happening here? Ugh. Hold on.
Oh boy.
I had new security settings on your shit. Because the Russians gonna come, dog.
Listen.
And they're gonna fuck all that shit up.
Yes, they will. They're working on that right now.
They're working on it right now. So I'm trying to take all my money out.
Okay.
And here we go. Yeah, so following people's footsteps. I don't want to follow in this man's footsteps. Florida man caught on camera stealing crossbow, stuffing it down his pants. He was arrested by stealing a crossbow at a True Value store in February. Let's play this little clip.
Oh my God!
Look at that. He's walking down the aisle in front of the camera. Do you not see this camera?
Like
beans, boom. I mean, listen. I could steal a CD player like CDs like that.
Right, but a crossbow?
Yeah, remember back in the day when people used to look at that? That looks like a factory. You think you're gonna get away with that shit?
Like, really?
What? Some great video footage? Yeah, that was his face. Arrested for Durant for felony petty theft. 2 prior felony theft conviction. What?
That was that.
And he was taking on an unrelated burglary charge.
Oh my God!
So he said. So I mean, number one, you can shoot your dick off. Number two,
right?
Like, what? Why?
Like how? Why?
You think that it was gonna? Who did they have at the front door that you thought like I can get away with this?
He didn't even come with like a bag that looked like a tennis bag. So when he's leaving,
he shoved it down his sweatpants.
He's like, I'm gonna. Come on, bro.
And he's in Florida.
Well listen,
in Florida with a long jacket.
Now we know from videos and stuff we've seen in the past that it looks like Florida has some of the slowest people on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, they think they're smart, but
ridiculous.
What? I mean,
how?
What drives you to? And what are you going to do with a bow and arrow? Are there deers in Florida?
No, they're not. He's gonna go hunt crocodiles and gators. Crocs and gators. Ridiculous, man.
That is
like,
the technique is all wrong. It's
all wrong. That guy definitely did not. He the motivation that he gave himself was in the wrong direction.
He was motivated to steal. He didn't do it in a smart way.
Yeah, no.
He didn't follow the right snow steps.
He sure as hell did not.
He didn't.
It wasn't
his own way. And see, when you create your own way, you take a chance that you're gonna fail and be on camera shoving a fucking crossbow down your pants.
Ridiculous.
You gonna resell it?
And that was the what?
And how good of a crossbow are you getting from True Value? It's not like a crossbow store. They sell everything.
Come on, man.
It's like a mini Home Depot with crossbows.
Right. It's kind of like going to Toys R Us and selling a crossbow.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting anything that is gonna be like excellent.
No.
You know, like come on, bro. And that was the what?
What of the week? Oh, I forgot to put it.
See that? That's what I'm reminding you, huh?
So
The
that was the
what?
what
What?
of the week.
Ridiculous.
What a piece of shit.
And do you happen to have a quote for us?
Oh, I do have a quote for us.
Whoop whoop.
Let's see the quote. You gave it to us before our previous hiatus. And it was let's see. Man, I'm getting allergies, all types of wild shit.
Oh man, I feel bad for allergy sufferers.
Yeah.
Associate yourself with good quality, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. Booker T. Washington. Yes,
Booker T.
indeed.
Washington. He's an iconic man in history.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And
A man of
specifically in Black
color.
history.
Yes, indeed.
I actually am a W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yes. Oh, look. And
I prefer him over Booker T. Washington.
listen to you with your pronunciation. I love it. Du Bois. Because people, Americans like to say the boys.
The boys, but it's not Du Bois.
Yeah, it's Du Bois. Get it together. It's a French name, okay, people? Well, listen, ladies, gentlemen, and creatures, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
This Thursday evening. I am your host, Marlon Vidal, and that.
I'm Greg.
Yes, sir.
And
every day, all day.
All day.
Greg, question. Do you have a message for the people before we leave?
I have a message, and I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks already.
Oh, okay.
At the end of this day, before you lay your head down on your pillow, wash your ass.
You heard it here, people. You heard it here on Talking Shit with Marlon and Greg.
Talking Shit with Marlon and Greg. We'll see
you. Yes,
you
indeed. Until then, be safe.
Peace.
Stay motivated, and do not give up.
Don't.
Definitely wash that booty.
Wash ass.
Wash.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
Right on.
Peace.
Peace.